not be mad because I got very convincing knockoff Gucci slides.
Listen up, you bougie motherfucker. Sashay that cafe, bitch.
Hi guys, welcome to the Bougie Brie channel. If you are not subscribed, then subscribe. And if you are subscribed, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Woo! That was a mouthful. Whew. I'm sorry, that was a mouthful. Okay, so today I'll be talking about answering you guys questions about the University of Houston, like what they got going on. And you know, just your concerns, your matters, whatever. We're answering those questions today. So I'm sorry about the late feedback. Literally, I went on vacation, forgot my charger in Florida with my sister. My sister came back, her luggage, they didn't even have her luggage with her. She had my charger and her luggage. Like, I haven't had a charger to do a video. Also, I told myself for spring break, I wasn't doing any videos just because my nephews were coming down here and I want to spend time with them. So yeah, that's just the feedback. Because I know you guys are probably like, girl, I don't even need the information now. But girl, I'm giving you the tea. We're going through these. So one person said, I am a business major. I pay almost $7K per semester for 15 hours. Just like I was saying in that video, my tuition is not going to be your same tuition number. Everybody has a different tuition number because it all ultimately comes from if you're in state, out of state, if you're on campus, if you're not on campus. It's a lot of factors. If you have a meal plan, if you don't have a meal plan. So just like I say, what you pay is going to be different from what I pay. And I hope somebody like looks at that if they're a business major, you know, and see like what they got going on. But just like I said, you do have to, I don't know you guys, like if you guys are in state or out of state tuition, or I don't know all that, all the ins and outs of your tuition. So just like I say, I was just giving them an example that our tuition was cheap. That's still cheap. 7K for 15 credit hours, so that's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 5 classes you pay 7K for. So I'm, just like I said, I think the other 2K you're probably paying for like meal plan if you're on campus. I'm not sure, but, or if you're out of state, they might have added some change. Just like I said, I don't know. But I'm just telling them like mine was like 1K per class, which is close to what your thing is anyway. So just like I said, if that's something you're looking for at the University of Houston, we're great with the tuition. In state. Out of state, I have seen out of state tuition and it's not that pretty. But if you're in state, you're good. So Gabby, hi Gabby, asked how was the process making friends for you as a transfer student? Okay, so as a transfer student, this is what I did. I'm just going to explain the whole process of like me, how I met people, Okay. Number one, I had already had friends in the college area because I went to Texas Southern. So I already had friends. But be mindful, I'm not from here. So I did have to start from scratch making friends in Texas. It is going to be easier if you live on campus. But what I did was we have this thing called Patio. And I texted Patio. And I texted some girls in Patio. 2 girls answered me. The rest of them didn't, which is fine. They have a group chat that has girls on, just for girls on Patio and Group Me. They have stuff like that. Just like I said, like clubs and all that, you're going to get more exposure to meeting people. But I talked to this girl on Patio. She introduced me to some friends. We met a girl. She introduced us to a whole bunch of friends. And now they're my friends. And that's how that went. Okay? That's it. That's all. And after she put her question mark, she said, because I'm transferring next semester to there. So I wish you nothing for the best for your semester. If y'all see Gabby, y'all say hi to Gabby for me. And y'all, you know, be friends with Gabby. Like, come on now. Just like I said, making friends is easy. Like, people are open to making friends. But you do have to be the extrovert. You can't just be sitting in the corner expecting somebody to come to you. That's not how that one is gonna work. Also, I urge you, if you see anybody, like they may have a backpack with your favorite anime person on, that is an amazing way to make friends because you can see like if you guys had similar interests or not. Like just little stuff like that goes a long way. just like I said, you're going to meet people in class. You're going to meet people in the student center. You're going to meet people in clubs and organization group. It is your choice to decide, like, do I want to talk to these people? Do I want to befriend these people? If not, I mean, come on. You know, you just don't want to be friends with them, and that's fine. But just like I said, they're not just going to come up to you. You do have to come up to them. But just like I said, they still are willing to be your friend. So, Make It Bake. Oh, that's such a cute username. Said, thank you so much for the information. Really appreciate it. You're welcome, sweetie. It says, one question, though. As I'm thinking to do my further studies from this university, and I'm from India. Actually, my distant cousins live there. So if I'm living in campus, would that be better or living with them? Because I'm concerned about which one is more expensive, costly, because I don't have any idea about traveling expenses there in Houston. So if you can suggest me to something. So this is what I can tell you. Because you're going to be out of state tuition, I would live on campus. Definitely live on campus. That is my suggestion to you. Live on campus. If your cousins live close to campus, I mean, if you can walk, you can walk. There's no way you're going to be able to afford a car unless your cousins give you a car to drive. It's just like I say, I just feel like that's going to be expensive, especially because you're not from here, I guess. But you say your cousins are from here, so like, just like I said, I don't know. But in your instance, I would live on campus. I wouldn't even try to... Girl, I'm just saying, I have cousins, and I know good and well I would never want to live with my cousins. I don't know how it might be for you, but if you have a great relationship with them and they live close on campus, I mean, try to shoot for that. But your best bet, I think the cheapest best bet is going to be living on campus and getting financial aid from there, because honestly, it is hard to get financial aid if you stay at home. It's just hard. When you live on campus, everything like getting financial aid, doing all that is just easier. It's just the easier aspect. So I would do that. I would do that. Let me see. Somebody said, same here. I have already applied for UH for my undergraduate. Again, welcome to the University of Houston. But just like I said, same thing I told her, your best bet is going to be to stay on campus. And I want you to stay on campus because, you know, you don't know anybody. So I just want you to stay on campus. Like me, my family was already here. Like I have aunties, uncles, and then my mom moved with me. So it was kind of like, it was easy. You know what I'm saying? And somebody said, if you're not going to live on campus, you need a personal vehicle to move around. I am from Houston. There's no public transportation from the university from other parts of the city. So that is actually not true. There's a metro. I don't know how far it goes, but it does go to some areas of downtown Houston. So you don't know if her cousin lives in Houston or not. But just like I said, that would be expensive because you would have to pay to get on the metro and do all that. It's just too much. And I think we only get like, what, $4 for free? Like, yeah, no. So yeah, but just like I say, either way you go, it's gonna be expensive for you. But just like I said, I would stay on campus because that would be more like pros, like because like you wouldn't have to go. Fast food is expensive nowadays. Food is expensive nowadays. Just like I said, you might just want to get all that in a package, like your living, your free stuff, like all that. You're gonna want to get all that out of that, not just, oh, I'm not living on campus. So just like I say, living on campus is going to be the most inexpensive move for you. Make it bake. I like that thing. That's actually really cute. Let me go back. Okay, so somebody, Melissa, said, I'm also transferring from an HBCU. Did all of your credits transfer? So I actually been thinking about this question for a minute, because I didn't really look. I'm sorry. I'm such a bad influence. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm done. Yeah, that's a bad influence. I'm just playing, y'all. I did look. But the thing is I transferred as a freshman. So it was and I transferred literally across the street. So most of the requirements for U of H is the same as Texas Southern. So it, just like I said, of course it would transfer. It's undergraduate, freshman credits. It's going to transfer. But if you're like a junior or sophomore, I don't know nothing about that. because just like I said, that goes into a different lane, and I don't feel like some of your credits from sophomore, junior year might not transfer. I do know though that when I talk to my guidance counselor about transferring the credits and stuff like that, she really said like we really tried to make sure like those credit transfers. So University of Houston is also amazing at communication with guidance counselors. So amazing, right? Amazing. They made sure all my credits transferred. But just like I said, I wasn't giving them a clap because it was freshman credits, like, and I'm literally going across the street. So it's like, of course my credits transfer. Now, if you're coming from another state where they have different requirements and stuff like that, it's just like high school. Every high school has different high school graduate requirements. Same thing with universities. They have different state regulations and requirements for college. So just like I said, I don't know. That's just like I said, but speaking from my experience, all my freshman credits did transfer. Creative girl. Somebody said, great video. Could you please do a video explaining why you left Texas Southern University? I am seeking both schools at the moment. My major is communications, media, journalism, media production. Boo. If you go to a HBCU, you better put illustrious Texas Southern University. Period. I'm just playing. No, but seriously, they're gonna get on you. You gotta say illustrious. You gotta put illustrious in front of it. Okay. This is hard because I would never transfer back to Texas Southern. And I hate saying that because at first, like when I first was at University of Houston, I did say I would transfer back. Now that I'm deep into my major, I would not transfer back. Okay, this is kind of hard. So you're in media production, so you're probably like news, radio, stuff like that, media, right? So I left Texas Southern because they didn't have my major. If they had my major, I would still be at Texas Southern right now. I wouldn't have switched schools and I wouldn't be able to see that University of Houston. So there was no like where I could do a whole video about like my experience at Texas Southern, because there was no like bad thing about it. It was just I had to. They didn't have my major, and it was either change my major or stay at Texas Southern. And I know everybody has like a major in mind that they really want to do, and you don't want to change their major. Nobody wants to change their major. But when I can say, I'm gonna compare the two. So I'm not even really gonna compare them. I'm just gonna tell you like basically HBCU versus PWI. Automatically, University of Houston is, just like I said, the diversity is just unbeatable. It's not just black people. It's not just white people. It's not just Latino people. It's everybody. You got Russians. I've never been to a school with Russians. Like, literally, a girl in my class can speak Russian. And I'm like, what? Where else are you going to get that experience? Like, where else are you going to be sitting besides a Russian? And I'm big on traveling, so I love that. So my thing is, like, if you want a more, not broad perspective, but if you want a more, like, out there perspective about media, University of Houston is where you're going to want to be at. Because Texas Southern is just going to be catered towards, you already know, black people. It's just going to be catered towards, like, your normal black people vibes, you know. So just like I said, if you want to broaden your perspective, if you want a broad perspective, I would go to the illustrious Texas Southern University. And I'm not saying that Texas Southern doesn't have good diversity, but come on now, when's the last time you seen a white person post something on Texas Southern? When's the last time you seen a Latino? When's the last, I know y'all don't have no Russians at y'all school, y'all can't say that. So just like I said, I just feel like, you know, if you want a more widened perspective, you're going to go to the University of Houston because you're going to know not more about media production, but I think you're going to be able to hit every aspect. But maybe you're interested in just, you know, I'm all about black businesses and growing our horizons, you know, about just all black. But just like I said, I'm that person. I just don't want to be by a bunch of black people all the time. Like, that's just not me. That'll never be me. Like, I want different perspectives. Like, I've been raised in different perspectives. So I wasn't just with black people. I wasn't just with white people. So just like I say, for me personally, it's always just been about my perspective about everybody. I want to know everybody's perspective, not just mine. So just like I said, like if I was in media, I would go to University of Houston. If I knew what I knew now, like if I knew and I was in your shoes, I would go to University of Houston. But just like I said, that's speaking from my point of perspective. If you feel like, you know, media production, communication, you feel like that's gonna be something you want to do just for like black people, like you want to be a black news herd, like y'all, I'm not even getting what I'm saying, so I don't know how I expect you guys to get what I'm saying. But just like I said, I'm just saying, like, you guys just want to, you know, regular perspective, or do you guys want a black perspective? And just like I said, it just, I mean, not a regular perspective, but a more widened perspective. Just like I said, I don't know how else to say it without sounding like, oh, like, I just don't want to be with black. Like, no, like, I love everybody, but it's just that I like that perspective better. Like, it just matters about that. It's just what you want to perceive. And just like I said, there's nothing wrong with Texas Southern. And honestly, like, I think that if you're more into that black perspective, go to Texas Southern. Please go to Texas Southern. But if you're more into that, I want to know everybody's perspective and everybody's, and just like I said, in my major, that's what it's all about. I can't just think about black people. I can't just think about white people. I'm going to have to speak to Mexicans. Like, I'm trying to learn a different language right now. I'm also trying to learn ASL. Like, I have a lot of going on to where I'm trying to really, like, get my perspective out there, because I'm going to own my own. I'm going to be a SPL. SLP. Sorry, guys. SLP. So if I'm going to be a SLP, I have to know everything. See, I don't even know how to, just like I said, I'm not close to there yet, so that's why I don't know. But just like I said, that's that. So that is the end of the video, I believe. I don't think there were any other replies. So the video was actually really long. Oh my God. You guys asked some really crazy questions, though. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Let me see. Oh, somebody asked, I'm just going to add this for the last part of the video. Is it hard to get into school? I answered her and I said, no, it's not hard. It's easy to get into the school. Vanessa asked that. It is very easy to get into school, especially if you're a transfer student. They're going to let you in. It's very easy. It's not hard. That's the end of this video, you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please come back to my channel, because I think I'm going to do a vlog on campus so you guys can kind of see how my school schedule works. If you guys would like to see that happen, comment below and give me some suggestions. If you guys would like to see something different from me, please comment below. I love you guys' suggestions. So please, love and blessings. Bye, guys.